Now, I've gone throughout the entire day to not look at any spoilers because I wanted to have an authentic reaction with you. Did you pre-order MLB The Show 24 already? I have not yet. But let's look into this developer blog talking about the Diamond Dynasty updates. Team Affinity expands to 3 chapters each season and more ways to earn progress across multiplayer and single player modes. Free cornerstone cards and starter packs for players at the start of each new season. Fewer higher tier 99 overalls at the start of each new season, a major change from 23 Diamond Dynasty. Free weekly packs in the show shop throughout the year, more wildcard slots unlocked via reward paths, more ways to earn and sell high tier cards. Seasons are now 12 weeks long, each with contained progression and more frequent Team Affinity content drops. And there's going to be a live content feature premiere March 14th, right before the launch of early access for MLB The Show 24. So sets and seasons are back. I did not want sets and seasons to come back, just because even if they are 12 weeks long, and let's say that in Season 3, we can't use Season 1 cards anymore, but it's the same grind all over again, then it just becomes too repetitive and not enjoyable anymore. Unless each season has a brand new way for us to go ahead and progress throughout the season reward path, which would be extremely difficult to do inside of MLB The Show because we are limited to a certain amount of game modes, and any new game mode that they've tried to introduce, it's failed horribly. After listening to all the insightful feedback gathered from last year, we have renewed our focus on team building in Diamond Dynasty. What the hell was your focus before? Before we even enter the seasonal Diamond Dynasty, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new. And we stream on Twitch. Search up Bhlademyst. Links are inside the description. While some of the highest rated season 1 cards will be 91 overall at launch, I don't really like that. But that's fine that I don't really like that. I would have preferred them to be a little bit lower in terms of overall, just so it gave more importance to live series cards, and pulling a live series diamond would actually bring a lot of excitement to most players. We expect most fans will work their way up by building and strategizing with silver and gold teams before reaching the high 90 overalls that will be released over the course of each season through new and more frequent Team Affinity content drops. That's interesting right there. You're expecting us to be playing with silver and gold teams before reaching the high 90 overalls, meaning that maybe these 91 overall cards at launch are difficult to obtain, or the pathway to it is not easy or short, therefore requiring us to grind. But the problem with that is that if it's that way every season, once again, repetitive, people are not going to want to do it. In-season cards are any cards released during the current active season. For example, Season 1 cards display Season 1 on the upper left corner, which means any cards you earn at launch can be added to your rank lineup during Season 1. As we transition into new seasons, any cards that are no longer in season can only be used in a wildcard slot for all subsequent seasons. This is an important change from MLB The Show 23, where cards could overlap into 2 seasons. Our aim here is to keep the season-to-season experience fresh and to ensure new cards with lower overalls will have their time to shine as well. That is big. That is actually enormous to drop on us. They're basically saying it's not Season 1 and Season 2 cards are going to be used in Season 2. In Season 2, it's only Season 2. In Season 3, it's only Season 3. So, like I said, if the content is the same, Conquest, mini seasons, and whatever else is there for offline and online, because offline is usually the best way for you to grind this season program, I feel like it's going to get repetitive, stale, and boring really quick. We get our first look at an MLB The Show 24 Season 1 card in Willie Castro. This is a rookie flashback from 2020, and we also get our first look at the squad screen, where we get to see ourselves who I believe is Jackie Bradley, Austin Meadows. I can't really tell who this is at left field. This is Josh Harrison. Here, it looks like it's Elvis Andrus. Can't really tell the second baseman. I feel like that's Adam Frazier, although. Ty France, Yasmani Grandal, Jonathan Scope. And then the 4 down here, I can't really tell, but they are all Season 1 cards. And of course, Live Series cards are going to be core once again. We get a sneak peek at the overall of some of these players. They will say ratings are not finalized, but I can almost guarantee you that most of the times they are finalized, unless there's like an enormous error. Brian Reynolds starts off as a gold, 81 overall. Gurriel Jr., 81 overall. Cedric Mullins, 79. Lane Thomas, 81. Josh Naylor, 83. Brendan Donovan, 77. John Birdie, 77. Christopher Morel, 76. Masataka Yoshida, 80. And then Mitch Garver, 77. And I can't tell who these players are. Be on the lookout for extra special, core card collection rewards of Legends and Flashbacks, including a special launch collection featuring our MLB The Show 24 cover athlete, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. You see, this is something that I've been asking for the longest. In order to keep Live Series collections fresh and make people want to collect all the players that you add in roster updates, despite them already completing, let's say, the entire MLB collection, it would be by adding special collection rewards, whether you do it through seasons or monthly, whatever the case may be, where it forces them to, for example, let's say you added 3 new players to the Yankees from their minor league system and then from transactions. It forces them to go inside the community marketplace and buy those cards in order to lock them in and get the new rewards. Even though that may seem small, it really does help out the community marketplace in my personal opinion, and it just helps the pricing of Live Series cards, which is the most important thing to the community marketplace in my opinion as well. Wildcard slots. Wildcard slots are also returning, but with a twist. You can now unlock multiple wildcards slots, up to 4 total, from the Season XP reward path beginning in Season 2. While you'll need to wait a season to start acquiring more wildcard slots, it's never too early to start thinking about your Season 2 team building strategy and who to fill those wildcard slots with. So as we can see, Joe Mauer has a 91 overall. It could simply mean that he is either one of the Season XP reward path bosses or a Team Affinity card. Either or. Now, that is a great change because it allows us to play with more of the players that we enjoy playing with. Cornerstone cards, seasonal starter packs, and head start rewards. Diamond Dynasty players will receive free rewards at the beginning of each new season, and it starts with the Cornerstone card choice pack available on day 1 or whenever players decide to start the new season. What are Cornerstone cards? Cornerstone players are captain cards with special abilities that will help you build your dream team of baseball superstars. So, captain cards are back. You have to choose one of the 4 seasonal players. These 4 Cornerstone captains have unique team building boosts for your dream archetype, so choose wisely. But I'm conflicted because I don't like too much free shit inside of MLB The Show. I like it where you have to grind, whether it's online or offline, but I like it when you have to actually play the game in order to earn rewards. And this, in a way, I wouldn't say incentivizes you not to play, but it just gives you maybe a card that you most likely aren't going to replace for a while. So if there's a new program that comes out with a center fielder, you might not be inclined to go ahead and check it out. But again, that's just me. Seasonal starter packs. In addition to Cornerstone choice packs, Diamond Dynasty players will also find a 5-pack seasonal starter bundle in their inventories to help build their lineup and fill collections. What in the world is going on at SDS? When did they start being so giving? Like, what is happening? Head Start rewards. And don't forget, Head Start rewards will return at the start of Season 2. Players will receive better rewards depending on how well they perform in the previous season. That means that you're going to want to do most of your programs, and you are going to also want to obtain most of, let's say, the season boss choice packs, or at least one of them. I believe it was only one that was needed. I'll look back into MLB The Show 23, but it's important to complete most of the tasks that are brung into the game in order to get that head start on XP and sell the rewards if they are sellable, right? Seasons will typically run 12 weeks, approximately 3 months. Wait, hold on. Pause. I thought that seasons were like 4 weeks. I don't know why, but instead of seeing 12 weeks and it being 3 months, I thought it was like more monthly. Holy cow. Hold on. I've been so incorrect throughout this video. If these seasons are 3 months, to be honest, I don't know how to feel. 3 months is kind of crazy. Even if you make a long XP reward path, people felt like whatever timing they had this time around was pretty long as well. For some reason, I thought it was 4 weeks to 6 weeks, a month and a half at most. I don't know how to feel, to be honest. So we get a look at the Season 1 XP reward path. As you can see, one of the packs on the unlimited bonus rewards is a live series player. It's a little troubling. Chase packs are back, and we got new cover art for headliners. But chase packs being back are interesting. The live series as one of the bonus rewards, that could mess up the community market big time, but it's definitely going to benefit the grinders of the game or those that find some sort of XP glitch in the beginning. Ranked programs will feature sellable rewards, including a new exclusive program player reward for you to earn in ranked solo or co-op gameplay. Battle Royale Flawless will start at 10-0 for the best reward pack, down from 12-0 requirements in past years. Events now last for 2 weeks, giving you more time to earn those rewards. What in the world are we doing here? You know, 10-0 instead of 12-0? I don't know how that's going to impact the game. I felt like going 12-0 was such a big accomplishment to an extent. Going 10-0 is still going to be a big one, but it's like, whoa. I'm not sure if I'm happy because I'm going to be going 10-0 a lot more often, or if I'm a little sad because it's like not going to be as interesting of a feat anymore. You know, the ranked programs being sellable, that's not anything new. That's how it should have always been. They should have never had non-sellable rewards. More Team Affinity than ever before. Team Affinity has been a fan favorite content release for years and a pinnacle place to find and earn cards from our favorite teams. And this year, Team Affinity will no longer be a once per season content drop. You don't say. If the season is 3 months long and you only brought out one Team Affinity, this game wouldn't even make it to April. So I'd hope that it wouldn't be a once per season thing. You know? In the new season of Diamond Dynasty, Team Affinity will be released 3 times per season. So 1 time per month. That's once every 4 weeks. No way. For example, in Season 1, Team Affinity will have 3 major updates. Season 1, Chapter 1 at launch, Chapter 2 in mid-April, and then Chapter 3 in May. And we can expect 30 new player cards, one from each MLB team, with each new Team Affinity chapter. In addition, unlock packs and plenty of more rewards along the reward paths. And we get ourselves a brand new legend alert in Brian Dozier. Now I'm happy to see Brian Dozier. 89 overall second baseman. Defense is good enough for second base. I'm a little disappointed in the clutch. 57, that's going to hurt, especially with runners in scoring position. Contact numbers are okay, but Brian Dozier has a swing in the game that plays above his attributes, so I'm very happy to see him back in the game. And we're also taking a look at Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We are bringing back the Takashi Okazaki series. We have 89 overall Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 81 clutch. That's a lot more helpful, but this guy has horrible fielding, even if you are putting him out in right field to play his primary position. This looks to be more of a DH, since you value your outfielders a lot more defensively, especially if they add a ton of new animations. Play your own way, however you choose to play in Diamond Dynasty, whether you're dominating single-player conquest maps, building theme teams to complete Team Affinity missions, blah, 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 blah. It's basically saying you're gonna have the ability to play however you want to and obtain those rewards. And then don't forget to check out the feature premiere on Twitch and YouTube. And before you go, it seems like they blurred out an image, and it's going to be a brand new diamond. Now, if that is the actual card from the game, which it looks like it could be, that definitely is a new, I want to say, either card set or series, because it seems like it's a Hall of Fame, or maybe Cooperstown, which is the Hall of Fame, or maybe a plaque series. We don't know. It says, we want to send a huge shout out to everyone in the MLB The Show community, myself included. Thank you. I appreciate it. You appreciate my passion. That's beautiful. Love to see it. With all the information we gathered today, this is going to be my overall take. I do not believe that sets and seasons belong inside of MLB The Show. Honestly, I don't think that they belong inside of any sport game. Now, if this game was a trading card game, when we're talking about Magic of the Gathering or Hearthstone or games like that, where they have more than, let's say, 5,000 cards inside the game, then it would make sense to have sets and seasons, and they're not restarting a brand new cycle each year where you start from scratch. You have those cards forever. Since these games are, you start from scratch and you don't have the cards forever, because every new game cycle you have to buy the new game, I don't feel like sets and seasons belong inside of MLB The Show. They went ahead, kept it, and instead of it being sets 1, 2, 3 or seasons 1, 2, and 3, they just made it one really long one, and then divided Team Affinity in there to make us feel like we're actually getting more. But to me, it's all going to come down to how exactly are you going to be able to obtain these rewards. Because if in season 1 it's a grind, which they said it's going to be much easier to do, but it's still going to be a grind, and if offline is the best way to obtain these cards, then it's going to be a mind-numbing grind. And if you have to do it 3 times within 3 months, then by the time that season 2 comes out, you not being able to use all of those season 1 cards that you mindlessly grinded the first 3 months of the game, that might not necessarily incline you to keep playing for the following 3 months. And that's why I personally feel that continuing going down the path from sets and seasons is incorrect, and instead it should just be a monthly creep power scaling kind of format, where you start off at 88 and then each month you creep up in terms of the highest available reward. I have a whole idea on how I think it should be and how it would work inside MLB The Show. I've made a video on it in the past. If you're interested in me doing another one of those videos, then you let me know. But when it comes to other changes, such as more sellable rewards from the programs, that's the way it should always be. And I honestly feel like Team Affinity rewards should also be sellable. Like, whatever you get from whatever team, that should also be sellable, because it incentivizes people to play the market. It also incentivizes the grinders to grind it as fast as possible. And if you're someone that has the funds, because time is money, and would rather not grind the game but instead just straight up buy it and use it and have your fun, then it incentivizes you to go ahead and do that too. Now, when we're looking at things like Battle Royale, bringing it down from 12-0 to 10-0, that to me is surprising. I don't know if it's alarming yet. We're going to have to see it in action to see whether or not it's alarming, because it could also derail the pricing of the Battle Royale cards by a lot, especially flawless cards, since obviously it's a lot easier to go 10-0 than it is 12-0. So those changes to online game modes, we won't really know the impact on it until we actually play it for a while. But I told you how I feel. I'm going to play the game regardless. You know, this is my bread and butter in terms of making a living at the current time. And we're going to see how it is. And as we play the game, we're going to see whether this was a great step to take or a bad step to take. I'm not going to go ahead and bash MLB The Show and say that this game is going to be complete trash, but I'm not going to go over here and applaud them either and say that this is going to be the best game because of the changes that they made right here. We're just going to have to wait and see, but my overall impression at the start is I'm not too much of a fan. I give this out of 10 probably like a 5.7, being completely honest. But if you did end up enjoying today's content, once again, make sure you hit that like button, red subscribe button, notification bell. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed. Check out the description for the links to the Twitch and much more, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out. Deuces.